So here you go. We're back to that same Audi A4. I'm sorry guys, when I was recording the video, the battery died on the camera and it didn't record how I was taking the intake off. So it's gonna be another video with that. So what do we have there? The valves do have some build up on them, but nothing crazy. Not to the point of misfire. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace that injector, clean the valves anyways, and assemble everything back and see how it runs. Take the intake separators out. What I do first, while it's still dry, I scrape whatever deposits I could scrape off the walls of the intake port and the valves with the screwdriver so you can vacuum it out. And yeah, by the way, a lot of people are complaining about scraping valves and scratching them. When you do that, the valves are in completely closed position, so they cannot go into the head, into the valve guide any further. So therefore, the scratches, even if you're gonna be able to scratch the valve, which you probably won't be able to scratch it, you gotta go real crazy on that thing to scratch. Even if you are able to do that, the scratches will not damage the guides just because they never go inside the guides. I was hoping to see crazy amounts of deposits on here, but that's not the case. So we are gonna clean it still and replace the injector. Good job. Put some purple power into there. Just make sure when you're done cleaning, there's nothing left inside the cylinders. Blow everything out. Yeah, we take the wrench, put it on the crank pulley. It's kind of tight squeeze in there. And we could see that spin the motor. Always spin the motor clockwise. Gotta see that, make sure that the wall is closed. There you go. cleaned up. You can only go in one way. So if you put them in and they're not fitting in all the way, like this, flush with the cylinder head, you're sticking them in incorrectly. See, like this? That's not right. This is how they're supposed to be. Probably. I'm gonna speed up the process with the water pump replacement. Recording a time lapse. We do have a water pump replacement video on our channel, so if you need to know to see how to replace the water pump, watch that video. Can disconnect this harness over here. I always suggest using only OEM original parts from the dealer. That comes in the water pumps and everything else. This customer specifically requested the water pump to be aftermarket. Also, there's a little sleeve between the water pump and the oil cooler. Replace that at all times, and also I'd replace the belt while doing that as well. Make sure not to break off that bolt that holds the pulley for the belt. It's reverse threaded. Then we'll replace the fuel injector. Be careful, don't drop anything into the injector itself, it will cause damage. Okay, so we're ready to put the intake manifold back on. This thing, we zip tie the harnesses to the coolant pipes because whoever worked on it before misplaced the wire harness brackets. So I'm gonna take the oil filter back off. Wipe the sealing surfaces clean. You need to make sure the sealing surfaces are free of grease and oil and dirt. Lubricate the O-rings and the injectors. Try your best not to get the lubricant inside of the injector, just in case. Okay, put the manifold back on. Alright, you're gonna need to slide the manifold onto the sticking out studs first. Don't forget to connect the manifold flap position sensor and the manifold control valve. It's a lot easier to do it now than later. Don't forget to guide the high pressure fuel line into the fuel pump fitting so it doesn't get damaged while you're putting the intake on and tightening it down. The injector harness has to go under the manifold. Yep. So connect the fuel pressure sensor. Try to find and connect as many connectors as possible before you bolt anything down, just to make sure you don't lose a connector somewhere under your manifold and you're not gonna have to go crazy looking for one. Connect the vacuum hose to the control valve. Connect the vacuum hose to the purge valve. Now we're missing out wire for the purge valve. I like this guy. Yep, here it is. Okay, manifold is sitting in. Magnetic socket. Now put them easily bolts in. oil filter back in. Alright, so put the fuel line back on. Make sure you put the nut in and thread it in at least several turns before you use a wrench or any means of tools on that thing. You do not want to strip it. Tighten up those hoses good enough. You don't want them popping off when you're driving down the road. That's it. Put the coolant in. Check if everything is working properly. Alright, car's been on for quite a while, 20 minutes probably. It's up to a normal operating temperature. Checking our misfire counters, so far as all zeros. I do not feel any misfires no more. Looks like it fixed the problem. So it runs nice and smooth. Sorry for the appearance of double decking here a little bit. And that's about it. So in the end it ended up being a Audi A4 injector because the carbon buildup was not that severe to cause the misfires of the hot engine. There you go.